Hello, today we're going to be talking about these computer backup units. They're an inverter with a built-in inverter charger. And here we have one. It's a APC. I don't know if you can see that or not. And these are a 300. This one here actually is a 350 watt power inverter. And on the back, it's got three 110 outlets for the battery supply, and you got three that are for surge only, which are generally not hooked up to the battery pack themselves. Just these three on this side will be what we use for the power. And you can see I got it tore apart. This did work, and I'm assuming it still does work. But what we're going to do to modify this, because all inverters, when you buy them, they all have cooling fans on them. And I'll show you what that is here in just a second. You can see here I have a 1500 Schumacher inverter, in which this is a really good inverter. There's nothing wrong with it, so we're not going to tear this one apart. But as you can see, it's got big, nice cooling fans in it. And power negative and positive over here. And, you know, you can run a refrigerator and some lights on this. This, on the other hand, is 350 watts. You're not going to run a refrigerator on it, but you can run lights and a small TV on it. And you'd be surprised how much stuff you can actually run on this little inverter when it's working right. But what we're going to do, I tore it apart for a reason, because I want to show you what the inside looked like. And you can see that this inverter is factory, got fuses built in it already, see? And we got two fuses here, and then we got two 40 amp fuses right here. So we really got a nice setup right here. And what we're going to do with this is, I've already cut the inside of this panel out. I know it's not pretty, but we're not looking at the inside of it all the time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this big computer fan in here that's also 12 volts. We're going to mount it in here, so when we turn the inverter on, this will cut on. And that way it'll stay nice and cool while we're using it. As you can see, I went ahead and cut me a hole here in this, and you can see our circuit board right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this fan right here on the outside of it, so you won't see how bad it actually looks from the outside from where I cut it. But this will actually work, and here in a little bit when I have it all put together, I'll plug it in and we'll hook a light up and we'll make sure it works. As you can see, the little fan's running, it's hooked up, and we're fixing to try to turn it on and get it working. Okay, as you can see, we powered it up and turned it on. I have a set of jumper cables hooked to it, so it's not real pretty. And the actually the battery's coming from my battery bank on my off-grid system here in the shop. So hand me that plug in. We're going to plug a light in here and see if it cuts on here to the true test. And we've got power. Can you see the light on? I don't know, it's so dark in here. See, the light is on. And it works real good. And that beep you're hearing is the power supply stating that there's no power hooked to it. I got to do some more work with the cooling fan to wire it in properly, but this is an inverter. It didn't cost anything to make. All come from junk parts. So, you guys have a nice day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.